Just waiting on class. It is I, Terrell Vallery. I am the owner of Prxnce.Tax. And we're on year 4. Trying something new here. Just waiting on my class. Interesting type season. As you see, we are going to cover how to use Crosslink online, how to log in. Also going person. Got Miss Teresa Bertrand in the building, thank you. First person. And today we're also gonna be covering general overview. We're just gonna be going. And we're covering the general overview. It's gonna be talking about just generally files, IRS tax forms, and then we also gonna cover standard deductions and exemptions. And yeah, just waiting for the rest of the students. Do appreciate those who came early. First one, part one. Ms. Burns is in the waiting room. I'm admitting her now. All right, everyone, please mute your speaker, but you can unmute your video though for me though. Cool. Thank you, Ms. Burns, for coming in. How you doing? Thank you, Ms. Bertrand. All right, so as I was stating in the beginning, today we're going to pretty much cover how to use Crosslink. And should you have a question, Tanisha and many another student, I'll just wait till everybody get in it. And y'all can unmute right now if y'all got a question. Yeah. Cool. All right. This is 2 out of 5. It's cool. It's cool. All right. So how everybody doing? Oh, 3. Another person coming. Really working. I don't even know if y'all can see me. Oh, bless. Okay, cool. We got the message board going. Everyone can unmute for right now. I think it's probably gonna be maybe 2 more people, then we're gonna start it up. I currently got a screen share going. So y'all kind of can see everything that we're gonna cover throughout the course. Welcome, Ms. Williams. Out of Los Angeles in the building. Chicago in the building. Got my mobile in the building. Okay. All right, one moment. Got many more people. All right. Cool. Oh, to start, my name is Terrell. Okay, thank you for muting. All right, my name is Terrell. I don't know if y'all can see me because I'm screen sharing right now, but if y'all can't see me, I'm just waving. Hey, what's popping? How y'all doing? Anyways, I'm gonna stop the share right quick. Just so all right, so boom. All right, now y'all can see me. Okay, cool. All right, before we start, I just want to say, hey, y'all can unmute right now too, unless y'all in like a busy area or something like that, and y'all got like a lot going on. I do understand. I do thank y'all, first of all, for taking the time out to come learn taxes and to join the winning team. It's a lot of information, but we're going to get through it. Throughout the process, I'm not going to be the person that's going to be reading it. We kind of going to just take turns on reading. It's PowerPoint presentations, and then we're going to do examples. So just to further explain what the Sunday process is, pretty much every Sunday throughout the tax season, we're gonna come together, we're gonna meet like we're doing right now. So if y'all have questions, comments, concerns, y'all can ask them. If y'all got like problems y'all encountering while y'all doing people taxes, we'll go over them together, pretty much get like a 1 to 2 hour break, just to really, you know, put it all together and see what all we need and what all we trying to work on. But with the class part, right now, we're going to start on how to actually use Crosslink online. I don't know if you all have actually had a chance yet to go to crosslinkonline.com yet. I don't know. Have you all done that yet? Okay. All right. So I will first ask that you please open up a side screen and go to Crosslink Online for me, please. I'm going to do it also. Okay. All right. Crosslink Online. Yeah, she got hit at the same time. Oh, and taxes is not hard. It's so simple. I promise. Once we get into it, I'm gonna be like, wow. All right, so Crosslink Online. Let me share my screen so we all see what I see.
That's the right site.
Now you on Miss Maria, Miss Burns. You are actually on Crosslink.com. It's Crosslink. You got to type it all together and put Crosslink Online. Then put .com, not Crosslink. But I got you. I'm about to share my screen with y'all. All right, so this is what the screen is supposed to look like. It's supposed to say Crosslink Prxnce.Tax Solutions. Everybody, we all got that? This would be so cool. We all how we doing? If you muted, I get you. Just make sure that you're with me. And if you're not muted, I see you, Miss Burns. I see you got it. Cool. All right. So now you all have received your login. So I want you to go and type your login for me. It'll be the username that I'll text you. And if you haven't set up a password yet, you are now going to select forgot password. All right, I'm logging in myself. It's gonna push me through. All right. And y'all can unmute yourselves too if y'all got questions, so I can make sure we all like with each other. And in the end, everybody should be in it. Who got questions? Ms. Burns, you in it? See you.
I'm not in it yet. I'm still working like
Google Classroom. Everybody open up a new tab. And we're gonna go to the Google Classroom. I'm gonna share it also on the screen. And the general overview. And give me 1 minute so I can share it. So everybody. And thank y'all again. Thank you. Taking the time. Appreciate it. I can get all that money though. And then all y'all friends gonna want to join in. Can't wait till y'all tell everybody. All right, so here we go. All right, general activity. So to start, We're gonna start with the PowerPoint. We could do the reading, but I prefer y'all read on y'all own, honestly. That's the whole reason why y'all do have a Google Classroom. It is a self-study thing, so if y'all want to go like in-depth and more in-depth, you definitely have access to all those tools. My main thing is just kind of touch bases with you, make sure you got a good overall knowledge of it. Anything you kind of question on, I'll touch. So, to start, we got the comprehensive tax course, module 1.
I'm not in the class yet. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I'm gonna assume because it's logging me in, because I'm actually signed in on my phone with the Zoom, and I got my computer in front of me. So I'm logged in, but I'm logged in on my phone for the Google Classroom.
All right.
Because, yeah, it didn't actually give me a code. It just shared the link to me to pull it up.
What I had did is I copied it from the phone and I sent it to like a text-free number on on your laptop and clicked it, and then it'll pop up.
Okay.
My bad, y'all.
All right. Yeah, let me send it to my email then.
Yeah, like that. That's the part I need to know. Crosslinks.
Happy holidays to y'all too. Okay.
Same to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. But I do have it shared on the Zoom too, so you should see it too on what I see.
Okay.
But do let me know, because I do still want you to get access to it, because again, that's how you do the self-study part.
And the link is like going toward to YouTube. We can watch that.
I got a YouTube link too. YouTube link too.
It's going like on Crosslink. It's saying creating a paid prepare.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
then it's got.
I know what you're saying now. All right, so what they saying is pretty much the way I set up the Crosslink how to, this beginning part right here, what I'm scanning on. So this is like the pretty much the chapter name, and then these are the little interlinks to show you how to do it if you had Crosslink, like the actual desktop software. It is very similar to the online software, but it's not as many steps. So creating a paid prepare would be yourself, or creating a login like for myself. I don't have access to do that. Y'all will get that access when y'all have like y'all own tax office. Like when you all have your own EFIN and everything, and y'all pretty much doing what I'm doing, like bringing in tax preparers and tax partners, so that way they can help you grow your office. That's what that part is.
Okay.
All right, and then understanding the Crosslink layout. Okay, so when you do get into the Crosslink software, Crosslink Online, you're gonna see there's a dashboard, and it's on your left-hand side. And your left-hand side of the dashboard is telling you how many returns you did. It's kind of like a mini menu for your iPhone or something like that. Say you go into your iPhone, you know, you got your mini menu and it show all your little apps and things that you got going on. That's what the side of the dashboard is. And then you got on the let's see, it's my right hand right here. All right, so on your right hand, on my right hand side, it would show start a new tax return or start a new preparer. Okay. And that's also the work in progress screen. And again, all this I can show better when everybody get into it. Don't stress that too much because we do got time for that. This is our first time even like getting together just to start. Just stay with me on the screen. I got you. Starting the tax return, we are gonna start one before the end of this video call. And y'all gonna see me put one in. Y'all gonna see me do pay stub estimation, and you also gonna see me do how to do itemized deduction on the tax return, which is pretty much the main thing that tax preparers do for tax clients. Because the more knowledge you have, somebody's in the waiting room. Oh, shoot. And back. Ms. Burns, you back in? Okay.
Trying to figure out, I was sending that Google Classroom stuff to me and end up closing out the Zoom link.
Okay.
But anywho, I'm just gonna play with that once we get done. I'm gonna follow what you're doing now. And then I'll get back into it on my own after class is over. So I don't hold up no time on that.
No problem. I understand. I do respect that. And also, everything that we are doing is being recorded. So if you did miss any steps or anything I was talking about, you can always play it back. And if there ever is a moment where you all have to leave the Zoom call for any reason, I'm gonna continue to teach the lesson. So again, you can't always like I'm gonna run it back on YouTube. Just play it back. And that's gonna be with each part. It's just part 1 of 4. So thank y'all again for participating. So next step I was talking about was starting a tax return. Starting a tax return, y'all gonna see me do that a little later. I was just stating that I am gonna go over how to start a tax return estimation. We're just using the paycheck stub, and then I'm also gonna show you all how to do itemization or Schedule A on the tax return. That'll be the 2 things that I will cover at the end of the 2 chapters review. Next, add form 8468 or 4868. This form right here, I can't really. Okay, there we go. Appreciate it. Thank you. And team, thank you, Ms. Bird. 4868 is not one that I already come across a lot. A lot of my clients, I try to get them to file as early as possible. So yeah, and when they do get in that situation, which is another reason why December is important into the tax season, you don't really start in January, because right now is when you got like the self-employed clients, the entrepreneurs, the barber shops, the hair salons, and those clients. This is when you really tell them to start getting their receipts together and really start getting their paperwork right, so you don't have to do a 4868 form. Another reason why somebody may have to like extend a tax return or before sending it is sometimes people don't even get their W-2s or their 1099s at the proper time, and so they can't even file at that appropriate time. Again, with those situations, you just kind of ask the client to go receive a tax transcript from the IRS. It's a free form. But if they want like the full copy of the tax transcript, it will cost $50. It will take like 2 months to receive if they cannot receive a copy of their W-2s or their 1099 from their employer. So it's very rare again that I use this 4868. Thank you, Ms. Burns, for that. All right, and then you got add form W7. The W7, I believe, is the form. I'm just gonna go verify. No question. Again, you have the internet. Don't be scared to use it. Tax base and knowledge is all about telling the client the honest answer and being transparent. Oh, my little screen. Let me go look for it. Ms. Burns, can you help me out with that one? What's the W7? Add form W7. I believe it's the I-10 one. It's like for the people that don't have their they don't have a social security number. And so you add form W7 on it to help the client file a tax return and also apply for the I-10. That's what I believe the W7 form is.
That's exactly right. As for the individual taxpayer identification number, the ITIN, you can also use the form to renew an existing ITIN that is expiring.
Boom. So this is important because not everybody has a social security number that can be used to file taxes. An example is some people have a social security card, and on the social security card it says DHS not approved or not provided. It's going to be kind of like an asterisk underneath it. But what that is this person can use their social security card to file, get like a job, and they like get like a visa and things like that to work in America, but they can't actually receive a tax refund and certain like tax credits due to the fact that they're not a legal citizen of America. And that's what the I-10 is for. Now, when I say legal citizen, this doesn't mean that they're like illegal immigrants, because that's not the case. It's just certain people, they have the right to work in America, but they're not citizens of America. This could be internationals. And again, everybody has to file their taxes. So they still have to file. It's not always about a refund too. That's another thing too when it comes to tax returns. I know tax refunds is big. That's what like everybody think about, especially when you see the signs and stuff as you're driving around. And I'm pretty sure y'all now seeing it where they're saying now you get $7,000 same day cash advance. That is a sales thing, and it is real, but it's not really taxes is all about. Taxes is about the reporting of you telling the government, hey, this is what I use my money for, versus the government saying, no, this is what you use your money for. This is why you have to pay me this much. But it's the opportunity for the taxpayer to really to give their point of view on what they spend their money across. Because the government think you just keep your money in and just stay in like a bank account throughout the whole year. Like you don't pay rent, you don't pay none of that. It's really crazy. Really crazy. All right, so next we got ad forms and Crosslink 1040. Your meeting will end in 10 minutes. Need more time. Dang, we had so all right. So Zoom is telling me I must add more minutes because it's one I had it for 2 hours, but I will work on that though. What I am getting at is wrapping up the tax, adding forms in the 1040. So adding forms in the Crosslink 1040. This will be things like the W-2s, the retirement accounts, and these are all different forms. And every tax form has a number on it, as I was stating. And if you hit the YouTube video, you can learn more details about that. Wrapping up a tax return, I will go over that. And transmitting the tax return is actually sending the tax return from my EFIN to the IRS. And the IRS now thanks on the tax return, and the tax client can expect to receive the tax refund in 1 to 3 weeks or 7 to 21 business days on average. All right, so general overview. And I am going to start with the PowerPoint. All right, comprehensive tax course. All right, so to start, learning objectives. Pretty much this is the overview of the whole course. Pretty much we want to determine who should file, identify filing requirements for most taxpayers, identify filing requirements for dependents, determine which IRS form to use, determine when, where, and how to file. We want to differentiate various accounting periods and methods such as cash and accrual or accrual, ACCURAL. We also going to discuss the requirement for a correct social security number, a taxpayer ID. We're going to identify filing statuses, and we will also determine if the taxpayer is a resident or non-resident alien. And we will also discuss the information presented on a W-2 form, pretty much what the little boxes means and how this is used to report someone's income for the year, and what is a pay prepared signature and what is a PTIN, and the reason why I asked you all to. These are the key terms. Again, everything I'm recording or going over, you can all review because you have access to the classroom. These are the key terms that we're going to cover today. It's going to be adjustments to income, AGI, adjustments to gross income. That is the amount after tax deductions are taken. And then you have the dependent. The dependent is the person that is claimed by a taxpayer. Then you have gross income. Gross income is the whole allotment of money or earned income for the year. This is also known as net income. And then you have non-resident alien and resident alien. A non-resident alien is someone that is not a resident of the state, and a resident alien is a person that is a resident of the state but not of the country. Then you have personal exemptions. We will discuss those. And then you also have taxable income. And all those are pretty much the key terms. All right, so tax preparer. What exactly is a tax preparer? All right. So to start, I will read this one. It's really simple. It kind of tells you right then and there. All right, the role of a tax preparer is to help a taxpayer attain the least legitimate tax. All right. What that means is, like I was stating earlier, there are people who go and put their tax returns in TurboTax and then they take whatever they get. And because they did that, it's a do-it-yourself software. Whatever you put in, if your tax knowledge, that's what you get out. But if they come see somebody like me, you, somebody like Ms. Burns, somebody like Ms. Lowe, somebody like Ms. Williams, somebody like myself, we get them to lower their tax amount and then they actually get a refund back. I've done it plenty of times, and I'm gonna show y'all that later in this class on how that works. And that's the reason why people come to me, and that's the reason why people pay. All right, so the tax preparer works for the taxpayer, not the IRS. So with that being stated, I do work for the taxpayer, but whatever the taxpayer put on their tax return, they are the ones that are responsible for it. I am just an advisor. I'm just here to help them understand the gray areas to take advantage for the taxpayer, not the IRS. I also am very assertive in the questions that I ask them. I also want to make sure that they don't miss any income or deductions. I also maintain strictly confidentiality, which means that I am just like a doctor, pretty much. What the taxpayer goes on inside the tax office is between me and the taxpayer. That's just confidentiality. The next thing is I want to be competent and professional. So I always want to make sure that I understand what I'm talking about. Like I was just stating earlier, anything that you don't know, you have the Google, you have the internet, go look it up, go research it. Everything about the IRS is really it's a book that was written out called the tax code, and everything that we make sure that we comply with is with the IRS regulations when preparing the returns and providing the advice. And it's based on that tax code. Now, if you don't understand some of it, as you continue to do taxes, a lot of it kind of become like secondhand nature. And then some of it, it kind of changes over time. And then you all will kind of see that as we continue throughout this course. Now, refuses taxpayers' request to file inaccurate returns. That's the most important part as a tax preparer. So there are some people that will come to you and be like, hey, I want you to really get me a really big refund this year, but I don't really have this business, and they don't have their paperwork, and they don't have what they're supposed to have. Then there's gonna be some people that's gonna be coming at you, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna be wanting to claim dependents that's not theirs. They're gonna be wanting to claim children that's not really their grandchildren. They're gonna want to be doing things that you're not supposed to do. As a tax preparer, you are the person that is to say, no, you cannot do that. And you are to alert them that this is called fraud. And if you continue to try this type of thing, even if you got with it before, and when they do get you, it's gonna really hurt you in the end. You're gonna get like denied the access to file a refund for like 3 years. It's really crazy. All right, so next, who should file a return? I'm gonna read this part real quick. Anyone who meets the following requirements. So someone whose refund of taxes was held. So what that means is someone who pretty much had paid out taxes, but they wasn't able to get the refund. anyone with refundable credits. These are American Opportunities credits. These are Savers credits. These are first-time home mortgage buyers, anyone with Medicare Advantage, Health Savers accounts. And we're going to go over all of this throughout the course. So if some of these words don't like click to you just yet, don't let it like get to you. Don't let it body you. Because as you continue to learn, continue to do taxes, all this going to really become secondhand nature. Anyone who had wages over $108 or $28 for the church, someone who had net earnings from self-employment of $400 or more, that is now $600. Yeah, and we're gonna do the first review question. I know y'all muted right now. Do anybody have any questions so far?
Your income, your net income for an individual that may or may not want to file taxes, correct that their income, they don't have to file if their income is under 5,000?
It's all right, so that is partially true. They don't have to file if the income, see, due to the new tax law, they don't have to file if the income is less than $9,630. So it's just a little higher now due to the inflation and things like that. So
okay.
But in this course you will read, this is based off of before 2017. So you may read where it's gonna say like 6,000, 5,000, but that's now $9,630.